the Camp ASCCA podcast. Serving children and adults with disabilities for over 30 years. Interviews with the people that make ASCCA special. Here we go.
I'm John Searcy, and I'm here with dual purposes. I have a granddaughter who is a counselor here. Been since she was 15 years old, and she must be 19 now, so that's several years anyway. And I'm with the Boys and Girls Club. I just volunteer with them. And we have a number of 5 of them, I think, in the sports camp.
And I'm John Ferguson, and I'm the director of the Lake Martin Area United Way. And of course, Camp ASCCA is one of our recipient agencies for United Way funds. And I also have, like John, I have a son that's a counselor out here this year. And of course, we're members, both of us are members of the Alexander City or the Lake Martin Area Rotary Club. We had a pretty good tour. We went to the tree house and had a group at the tree house, and that was really great. And went down by the environmental center.
Right, boy, that Oscar to see done environmental center is something else.
Well, I'm really impressed with what Camp's done the last couple of years. Most of the buildings here are at least 25, 30 years old. And over time, it had gotten a lot of good, hard use, and so it was time for some renovations. And I think something's been done, or is planned to be done, almost every building on campus. So it really looks great.
I think it's the greatest thing any kid can do. It teaches them to accept others and to care for others. It's such a caring, wonderful place. It builds character like nothing else that I know of.
I would just second what John says, that it does build character, but I think it also teaches them to appreciate the value that all of the campers have. The campers and my wife and I both have gotten to know campers. The campers enjoy the experience so much that they call our son and daughters year round, and they're so excited about coming back to camp the next year and want to check to see if Craig or Carrie or Kate are coming back to camp next year, and so it's so important to them. And I think that our kids realize just how fortunate they are in a lot of respects, and also the value of the camper too. The campers are they're such good, important people in their own right, even with their disabilities. Or maybe because of their disabilities, and they get so much out of it personally. They genuinely like a lot of the campers as people.
We're close enough that we can see so much more than the average civic club or Rotary Club. We're out here enough that we know what's going on, and we know how much these kids get out of it. So many of them, this is the only fun week of the year for them. And in sports camp, they go to school now. They're mainstream. They go to school with non-disabled children, and they're with them all day. They're unable to do that, but at least now they can discuss sports with them. They know what's going on. It gives them something else to fit in with.
This is a world-class facility also. We're just so lucky to have it here in our community, in our home community, and there's we'd have to find a reason not to, because it's just so obvious that we should support Camp ASCCA.
This is the world's largest camp of its type.
Exactly.
And how many times can you say that if you're from Alabama? That you've got the best of the largest. So I get some pride out of that too.
I think we have the best and the largest.
No doubt in my
Camp
mind.
ASCCA, Alabama's special camp for children and adults. Serving people with disabilities for over 30 years. Share the site with anyone you know that can benefit from our programs and facilities. Want to be a camper? Check out the front page for an application. campascca.org, campascca.org. Or if you want to be a counselor, volunteer, or donor, check that front page too. Thanks for visiting Easter Seals Camp ASCCA online.